This is a video tutorial on how to make Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I use the program Camtasia, which is a great program that's free for the first month. The first thing you want to do is open Google and search for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Easy Version. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Easy Version? Click on the PowerPoint Games, Templates, and Examples. Open the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Easy Version and save the file. Or you can open it and then make a save as. You want to make sure that you're using a saved copy of the program in case you need to make any changes or accidentally delete the program. Open the presentation from the saved copy on your computer, and what you first want to do is choose a background color for your slides, or you can just leave it blank, or black, I should say. To do this, click on Design tab and go to Background Styles on the top far right of the page. Click on the design you like and the colors, and apply the color to all the slides. So we're going to use this one that's kind of lighter in the center and darker around the sides, and then choose colors. You can pretty much do whatever color combination you want. Okay, we're going to do the Metro color, which is blue. Then, using the Google Advanced Image Search, find the logo Quien Quiere Ser Millonario and copy the image to your hard drive. I've already done that, and I have it on my pen drive. You want to copy and paste the image over the old image, over this old image, onto every page of the presentation. You'll need to adjust the size of the picture, but once you do it, you can copy and paste it as many times as you want. So I'm going to go to my folder, and I have here Quien Quiere Ser Millonario logo, and I'll open that up. I'm going to right click and copy it. I go back to my presentation, and I'm going to right click again and paste. Now it's going to not quite be the right size, so I am going to adjust it a bit, and that looks about right. Then, since it's already marked, I'm going to do Control-C, which is copy, and I'm going to go through each frame, and I am going to paste it onto each. And some of them you may need to change it slightly, onto each of the frames. Okay, and you can do this all at once or individually, separately, however you want to. I'm just going to do a couple of the frames right now so that you see what I'm doing, and I don't take too long. Now you want to change or rearrange any text on the first several pages to read in whatever language you teach. Delete the slides that you don't need by right-clicking on the slide and then clicking delete. It tells you. So let's take a look at the main page. We want to make actually the main page that the kids are going to start with. They're going to first see this page, and I'm not sure why the color didn't change to this page as well, but we're going to go ahead and do that. See if we can get it to change. Sometimes it's a little finicky. Becomes a little bit difficult sometimes. Okay, well, we're not going to worry too much about this. Let's get rid of this slide because it doesn't want to cooperate, so we're just going to delete it. We're going to use this one because we have a blank one. So I'm going to create a text box. Actually, what I might do is make this really big. And now I'm going to insert a text box. draw a text box, and I'm going to start writing. Oops, and it would help if I had my keyboard in Spanish. I'm going to make the text bigger. That looks pretty good. You can change the font to be whatever you want it to be. We're just going to leave it as Times New Roman right now, but I think I want to change the color of it. So I'm going to go over here to the colors and choose a color that I like. So let's make it purple, and we'll put it in bold. Extend it a little bit. Then maybe we want to center it. Okay, so here's my first page, Quien Quiere Ser Millonario. This is a page that the students are going to see when you first start the presentation. Okay, then I want to show the students how the program actually works. So I'm going to need to insert a slide here. So we're going to go into New Slide. Okay, we're going to have to go back and we're going to have to paste this logo again. And I'm going to create new text boxes. Okay. And I'm going to give the students instructions in Spanish about how to play the game. So I'll put my title, Instrucciones. Este es un juego de preguntas donde tendrás que elegir entre 4 opciones. Okay, and then if I want to put another text box underneath with the comodines de ayuda, I can put consultar al público, llamar a un amigo, descartar 2 preguntas. But I'm just going to leave these instructions here for right now. And then later I can make any changes or add to it if I want. Okay, so you can change and make it bigger or smaller. So this is actually the slide that the students will start with. And actually, it could be the slide that they're going to first see when you bring up the game. So then they're going to come to this slide. We finished. Then the next slide we want to do are the prizes. I'm going to make sure that you change all of the language into Spanish. And since there was no real disclaimer on this website stating that we couldn't use it or reproduce it, I decided to save a copy of it and change it. It did say it's for educational purposes. So I took that to mean is that we could change the questions in it. So we go to los premios, and then the next slide is preparado. Okay, it's a little bit too big, so we're just going to make the text a tiny bit smaller. That's good. Make the question mark at the end. It's still too big, so we try to extend it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so if I wanted to put lifelines in, I'm going to actually delete this slide, because if I wanted to put it in, I would put in the lifelines up here with the instructions. So we're going to go to this lifelines page and we're going to delete it. No, not duplicate it, delete it. Now we're going to start with how to create your first slide of questions. The first thing you want to do is you want to write the question in the text box. You're going to click on the area that says question. And you're going to write the first question in whatever your target language is. ¿Cómo se llama la capital de España? All right, we're going to put our answers down here. One of them obviously has to be the correct answer. So let's put Sevilla, Barcelona, Madrid, or Paris. Okay, so obviously Madrid is the correct answer, and we're going to put it up here. We're going to put where the question mark is, we're going to put the letter C that corresponds to the correct answer here, and then we're going to put Madrid here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole orange text box and we're going to slide it down on top of this, the black one. So it's exactly over the answer. Every once in a while, make sure you save a copy. And you go on to the next slide. $200. ¿Cuál es la comida más grande del día en España? Okay, we're going to put here desayuno, comida, merienda, or cena. Okay, and the correct answer obviously would be B, comida. You take the orange text box and you slide it down exactly over the top of the comida in black, and that's it. You go through each slide, you add your question, you add your 4 possible answers with one of them being correct, and then you have to make sure that you put the correct letter and the correct answer in the orange box, and then you slide that on top of the one in black. You get to the end and you make sure that you have changed all of your language into your target language. All of the questions are complete, and you've changed all of the logos on each page to be in Spanish. And one other thing you want to note, these first 2 slides are a little bit lighter. You can see these are not going to show up in the student's presentation. The first one that's going to show up will be number 3. If you right click on that and you put hide slide, it'll also the students will not see that slide. It'll show up like the first 2 slides where they'll be lighter. But we want the presentation to start here. So I actually have a finished presentation that I completed. And if you wanted to see what it would look like from the very beginning, my colors are slightly different, but I'm going to go to Slideshow and from the beginning. Okay. I have my instrucciones. Este es un juego de preguntas donde tendrás que elegir entre 4 opciones. Para llegar al final debes contestar 14 preguntas seguidas sin equivocarte. Comodines, cuentas con 3 comodines o bonos de ayuda. Consultar al público, llamar a un amigo, descartar 2 respuestas. You hit the key, any key to go to the next page. Quien quiere ser millonario. Los premios. Preparado. ¿Cómo se llama la capital de España? And I hit the next key. All 4 options come up. Sevilla, Barcelona, Madrid, and Toledo, or Paris, or whatever answers you want to put in, and you hit it again. This is when, obviously, before the orange answer comes up, the student should answer the question. If they're incorrect, then you exit the program and you start with another student. You go to the next one for 200. ¿Cuál es la comida más grande del día en España? Desayuno, comida, merienda, o cena. Y comida. So you go all the way to the end, and you've got 14 complete questions with the has ganado at the end. And you want to do a save as a couple of times so that you have a couple of blank presentations, or that you can easily go in and change the questions and you can leave the format. You don't have to go in and every single time change the logo and change the colors. You can leave it the exact same way as you have it now, and then just go in and have a different bank of questions that you put in every time. And that way you can have lots of different games to choose from, whether it's vocabulary or grammar or culture. So that's it. Have fun and enjoy.